of the insurers, even the multinational insurers, don't want to come to Asia because a large part of the population is uninsured. So if you look at it in countries like Indonesia and other places, that you have only a 5 and 10% motor insurance penetration, but you'll see when you go to Jakarta the number of cars on on the road, or even motorcycles as well. It's a similar, I think it's underinsured, but I think that's going to change as the people become more influent. Because I think the first thing is to actually look at, okay, in terms of are you able to meet all your basic needs, and then people are looking at the protection. So when people have surplus cash with them and surplus funds, then they will be able to take out more protection. And that's you can see that's a trend in Asia, and therefore a lot of companies, even for multinationals and even local, they want to invest in the insurance sort of industry in Southeast Asia, I would say, and even in Asia. I've seen in terms of the mobile platform, when you look at it in Africa, I think they're innovating what is called a micro insure. You look at micro loans being provided to consumers. So you have micro insure where you're insuring those loans, plus you've been providing sort of a cover, life insurance cover for the person that is taking out the loan. So if they pass, then the family is not burdened with that debt as such. So I think this is some of the I think innovations that I'm seeing in countries that are developing, in emerging sort of markets, because mobile banking is taken off in a lot of these countries. People are transferring a lot of funds between different countries, the people working in different places through their mobile phones. So then you move into micro insure. So it's small amounts, it's small policies, but I think it's a volume type of business. In certain parts of Asia, where you have those populations, like if I think for India, for example, where you have a lot of the people, and you also have a lot of micro insurance, micro banking. So micro insurance can also take off by use of mobile phones as well. In the Asia, they become more and more middle class, so they're becoming more affluent. So they have more sort of money or cash to actually purchase health insurance policies and to protect their family, as well as in terms of wealth management. So they're purchasing properties, so they will have sort of insurance on those type of properties, as well as in terms of their retirement planning, and in terms of their savings and protection in terms of their life insurance type of policies. So I think within an Asian context, I think that's right to focus on that. But it also depends on in terms of what market that you're looking at as well, because some insurers are looking to capture the younger type of market, so that probably won't be what they're focusing on. They may be focusing more on, say for example, auto or student type of products as such, which is different from the wealth management or retirement type of product. So I think is this, what are you focusing on, and what is your main objective or your main customer base? I think that's important. I would say that the real innovation which I've seen is in telematics. When you look at you're going to take a motor insurance policy, so me as a customer going to purchase motor insurance, they will probably install a device in my car so that it will probably track all my patterns of how I'm driving, where I'm going to, what time I'm driving at. Based on that, my premiums will reduce as such, based on what information is provided. But then there's also a challenge from that point of view as well, because it's a privacy challenge. I mean, all of this information is being provided to your insurer. Does the consumer want to do that? Right, so that's the issue. But for some consumers, the objective is to reduce their premiums. So they will say telematics is a good idea. So it's just depending on the objective of the consumer. Whereas a lot of consumers, I know in Europe, they want to have their information to be private as such, and not that for that to be provided to the insurance company. So I think that's the challenge insurers are facing, is how do they use this telematics. I think it's one of the approaches. So I think when I look at it, there's no right and wrong approach. So I think it depends on the culture of the company. So in terms of a company that is starting up, you have a lot of online insurers. So they will have a culture of innovation. So probably they wouldn't be creating these type of labs as such. Whereas more of the larger traditional type of insurers, in order to innovate, they have to bring all the people together. So they have to bring their product specialists, their IT specialists, and the business together in order for them to collaborate. Because you got to listen to all parties in order to innovate a particular type of product for your customer. So insurance is becoming very customer focused as such. So what is the customer requirements, what the customer needs. So you need to bring all of these people together and collaborate so that you can innovate the type of product that the customer wants.